Gary? Is that you? Come on, let's not hang about.
All good to go, Reg.
Right.
I've got the kit right here.
Oh, nice one, thanks. Cool. Dear, careful. Terrific.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. I thought there'd be no one else here.
Well, there is that thing.
What thing?
Come on. The Bill Studio Tours. Sunhill is reopening for fans exclusively to offer behind-the-scenes access.
When's that going to be happening?
Between September and October.
When did you say they're open for the tours?
Sunday, 7 October 2012, Epping. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in Clapham Common. And it is very, very common. Even the pigeons are common. That's about it. So, back on the tube, back to Wimbledon. To the sets of the bill. We are now in Wimbledon, near the big yellow snap-ons, where if you want something snapped on and yellow, this is the place to buy stuff from. Indeed, this is the place to buy snap-ons. Whatever you want snapped, it's yellow and on. Wimbledon Studios, where the bill was filmed.
Because the reputation of actors when they leave long-running series is that they naturally go into long periods of unemployment because everyone's seen them for years, they don't want to see them for a few more years. This was their street that they built. I've been at the Bill for about 5 years when the Family Affairs moved in here. Previously we had the whole place to ourselves. Family Affairs were a curious lot. They weren't ruled by an ex-naval captain. They seemed to do things however they wanted to. The actors seemed to turn up whenever they wanted to. In fact, I used to hear stories that the crew would give an actor a bottle of champagne for turning up on time. The Gary McCann, the hero copper of the hour, had been assaulted by a member of the far-right organisation and was laying in bed with bruises and stitches and whatnot. June Ackland would be sat over there asking me who done it, Gary, to which I would reply something like that. And we had to do a scene in a council estate block where I was talking to Tom Hollander, the lead actor. We'd start talking here and we'd walk out there. It's very simple. Cameras follow us along to the landing. However, we kept on forgetting our lines. So we had to be put back into the lift. The lift would then have to be sent all the way down to the first floor for some reason to do with electronics. And then it would come back up again, and then we'd start it again, come out and walk. We did that about 15 times because either Tom or myself kept forgetting our lines, or it wasn't good enough, or the light was wrong, or something else. So what you have here is a working lift. Can I have my assistant to show you? And it's just really cool. So all those things like Star Trek and everything else, where you wonder how they do the doors, they would have a hefty props guy. Obviously Sarah is a lot more svelte, and the doors would open and close like that. It's just a bit of magic for you. But there, as you can see, probably, I love all this kind of stuff. I think this is what you don't realise, but obviously if another television production needs a mortuary room, well, here it is. So they...
Gary. Smithy. Sorry I've been able to get here before now.
Yeah, well, you're a busy man.
Nick, is Paula Jones still out cold?
Yeah.
Well, I'll hang around here for a bit if you want to go back to the station and catch up on some paperwork. All right.
It will all come back to you. Now look, it's still here. The Barra Commander, Jeffrey Whittaker, Superintendent Operations, Jack Meadows. Lovely people, lovely people. Lots of stories just came back as I said his name. My favourite era of the bill is obviously from about 2000. No, it's prior to that as well, because of some of the episodes I've watched.
Quick, we've got to get into the police car.
Obviously all these things still remain. We've put up the signs for your delectation once more. I can't remember what that room was, and I'm afraid to go through the door in case it's not really a door. You can take a look round. I'll take photos. Be my guest. But obviously you remember this, and it's all coming flooding back to you because this is where Alex Walkinshaw would stand, or Eric Richards, who played Sergeant Cryer, would stand, or Tony O'Callaghan, who played Sergeant Boyden, would stand, and the actors, the guest artists, would be milling around as criminals, solicitors, juveniles, everything. So this is where a lot of the action would happen. Guest artists are very important to the bill. Without the guest artists, the people who came through and reported the crime, or who were the criminals or were the juveniles, the bill wouldn't have been as successful. In television work, we have a phrase called hurry up and wait. It was coined by Tony O'Callaghan. Sometimes you would be at home, your call would be at 12:30 in the afternoon. So this is where I sit, while you're standing, waiting for all this to happen. Hurry up. You would get a call at 9:30 from a lovely lady like Sarah saying, come on, you scrap. Up the steps they went, met somebody else, like putting you down, and then through. They took a lot of effort. Meanwhile, in the background, you've got all the sort of supporting artists going like that in the back of the shot. You've got cars being driven in and out, and it took a lot to set up. To report a misdemeanor of some sort, so you have to tell them in police speak exactly what had happened. And the lines in police speak are really difficult to remember. So it's always a really pressured place to go and work. And also, in CID, the plainclothes policemen stroke actors always misbehave. We always wind the window down so they can't be seen. It just looks like they're incredibly trusting members of the public and leave their cars open.
Let's go to CID.
Again, it's all still here. And after 27 years of exploring police procedure, maybe they ran out of stories, or maybe they rehashed even more stories than they could, and the scriptwriters could do no more for them, but eventually it is always about demand. If you wanted another 27 years, I'm sure they would have made it for you. Is that right?
Smithy, I will see PC Kent and Laura Bryant as soon as possible. Right. What I want to know is who told who to do what?
You listen. And you listen good.
I told you I need to speak to somebody now. It's important. Can you put me through?
Hi, Joe. Yeah, OK, Sarge. Yeah, I'll take my rest when I've finished. Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I'm PC Valentine. I believe you wanted to speak to somebody.
Yes.
Miss...
Halina Leshnik.
Leshnik. OK. Well, you'd like to come through here and tell me all about it?
Ben, you got something for us?
Yeah.
Tonight on the bill.
Get out of the way! This is my life, and I don't need some jumped-up wannabe telling me how to live it. Understand me?